Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Copper Jacket TV. So gun control activists are absolutely grasping for straws right now. They are getting some wins on the state level, but when it goes to court, they know that the future doesn't look good. There's a lot of courts out there that have become more favorable to Second Amendment rights. There's other courts that are being forced to look at Second Amendment rights the way that they should, as equal to every other. So again, the outlook for these activists looks a little bit bleak. So, grasping for straws, they're going for things a little bit different. Like Buffalo, New York now, who is suing a handful of the country's biggest firearms manufacturers for public nuisance, trying to bankrupt them. The channel is proud to be sponsored by the USCCA, which is absolutely the best membership you could ever have in your wallet. With your membership, you get things like self-defense, liability, insurance. They also have online training and education so that you know how to react during a self-defense scenario and what to do after a self-defense scenario. They have a 24/7 emergency call center, so if something does happen, you call the number on the back of your card. They get somebody out there to represent you and to speak for you. Check it out with the link below. Let's get to it. So what Buffalo, New York is trying to do is pretty much nothing new. We've seen it before. It's like on the very last page, very bottom line of the gun control activist playbook, it says try and bankrupt the industry. And that's because they try and go through the courts, but for some reason the courts tell them you're not allowed to take away people's Second Amendment rights. And they just don't understand why they can't. Why can't we take away their rights? Well, because we have a constitution. Okay, so they say, you know what? That's fine. We won't go after that. We'll just go ahead and try and bankrupt the industry. We'll just go after the source. So what Buffalo, New York is trying to do is they're using public nuisance law as sort of like an umbrella because it covers so much. Anytime that health or safety is involved, you can kind of use the public nuisance law, which has been debated in courts, but they can use this sort of umbrella law to file lawsuits against all of these different manufacturers. And we're talking about some of the biggest names in the game here, and we can sue them to oblivion, right? And that's kind of what they're trying to do here. So they're using an umbrella law, this big law that's very, kind of vague, and going after the industry. And so they're kind of skipping you, skipping the middleman, skipping the in-between guy, and just going right for the source with this one. But they have one problem. In 2005, Congress passed the Protection of Lawful Commerce in Arms Act, and that basically protects the industry from frivolous lawsuits, something like this. So it's obvious to me that they're trying to use this public nuisance law to infringe on people's Second Amendment rights. Maybe indirectly, but still it has the same effect, which leads to the question, why haven't you then gone after other public nuisances like alcohol manufacturers or vehicle manufacturers, all of which you have products that can and have been used in unintended ways that have had consequences that are not favorable to the citizens of Buffalo? Well, they don't because it's not on their agenda. That's basically what it comes down to, and that's the proof that I have that this is really all about that agenda. That's what they're trying to do here. It has nothing to do with public safety. It all has to do with trying to infringe on your Second Amendment rights. So we'll see what happens. I don't think that this case has any legs. I don't think that it's actually going to go anywhere because there's protection in the industry. But if something happens to that protection, then that could be a totally different story. But for now, they're going to continue to try, and I think we're going to see this in a lot more states. So we'll stay tuned to it. We'll see what happens. I want to let you guys know about it. Thank you all very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please like, subscribe. You guys have a great day.